If I have 10 minutes to look someone up online, where do I start? Hi, I'm Mishal Khan from Simply Cyber Media Group, and I'm here to walk you through my 10-minute OSINT workflow. Let's get started. So the first place I would start is I would log into my virtual machine and start my search broad. So I would start with Google. But this isn't your simple search. So for example, if I want to look myself up, Mishal Khan, I would not just Google my name like that. I would actually put it around inside quotes. So like that. So now I'm searching for this exact phrase and I get a bunch of results. If I'm not happy with these results, I can always narrow it down further. So for example, I can write an and here, which is equivalent to a space. So let's say cyber. So I know Mishal Khan is related to cyber. Let's write cyber. But maybe, there's other search fields like security, and I want to search through those as well. So security, there we go. But if I search for this and just look at how many results there are, 2,600, I need to write an or in between. It's either cyber or security. I want to search for both types of results. So I will be increasing those a bit more. So 15,000. So with these techniques, with Google dorking, essentially, I'm going to start massaging my search a little, expanding it in some places and narrowing it down in others. So cyber or security. And if I go down, I see LinkedIn, I see a few other places. I know my target, me in this case, is on LinkedIn. So I can simply write site : and then linkedin.com. And I'm only gonna get results from Mishal Khan here on LinkedIn. And I'm still getting quite a few results. Let's look at the results, 719 results. I can also do minus site LinkedIn. I don't want to look at LinkedIn. I know he exists on LinkedIn. I want to look at all other places. So now the LinkedIn results have been removed from here, and I'm looking at every other place. I can also put like an asterisk in between here. So this will fill in a middle name. So if there's a middle name somewhere or an icon, an emoji or something, those results will pop up as well. And you can always check those results by going into tools and see about 58,000 results. And I can keep narrowing it down like this. So once I'm happy with this, I can proceed further. But this is how I do all of my Google searches using Google dorking. Next, I want to look at social media. Everyone's on social media, so I would check the top platforms there. I would start with Facebook. So I would log into my alias account on Facebook, so make sure you're not using your real accounts, have a sock puppet, and then search for your target here. So you can just search for the name here with or without quotes. One thing you can do in Facebook is you can search in a city. So go under people and then start searching for a city. So let's say Los Angeles, California. So now I'm going to narrow it down for all the Mishal Khans and the LA area. And that's about, what I do when I narrow down results here. Facebook search, you have to know something else about the person, their education, workplace, or just search for all. I just search for all, I keep it broad, and I start searching for more and more places there. So apparently I am on Facebook. Somebody posted about a conference I was in. Great. So Facebook, if they're not on Facebook, try Instagram. And same thing with Instagram, create an alias account, log in with that, and then start searching. On Instagram, I would search for my name as well. And the first result is the generic result. That's what I usually go for. And I would get all the results of Mishal Khan here. And I see some of these results are me. And I can start digging through the results. I can click through and I can look at who posted it. And there's not a lot much I could do here besides reading through posts. But I can narrow it down and then eventually find a username of my target and dig through that way. So between Facebook, Instagram, you should find plenty of results. If not, if your target is in the workplace, they have a job, I would definitely look at LinkedIn. LinkedIn would likely have results if your target is in the workforce. If they have a job or looking for a job, they will definitely be on LinkedIn or should be on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn has a lot more filters here. So you can go under people, and then inside here you can go location. So let's say I want to put in Los Angeles metropolitan area, and you could put multiple locations here, show results. If that is your target, well and good. Otherwise, go to all filters. If you know any one of their connections, put that in. If you know their past company they worked for or current employer, put that in here as well. So this is a great way to find people very quickly. Once social media is done, I would pivot off to usernames, because during my social media search, I would come across a lot of usernames in the URL bar, and I would take that username and put it into something like whatsmyname.app. So let's say I put in the username Ironman0, and I search for this and I solve this CAPTCHA. And now this website is going to search through hundreds of different social media and different sorts of websites, 690 in this case, and it would try to give me a hit. So it's getting hits on different websites here. And what I can start doing is look at these one by one. A lot of these will not work, like bodybuilding.com. If I click on that, the profile page doesn't come up. I believe I have to log in or something. But go through all of them little by little, and you'll start seeing, your target may be on one of these. So for example, kick.me/Ironman0. So it basically fills out the URL format with the username on top, and it saves you a lot of time. So once the search is done, it takes about a minute or so, and you're left with about 10, 15 websites to look through. And I'm looking for my target's name, a display picture, an address, something here. And this is a great way to expand that search from the few social media that you started off with to many others that you may not know about. So once the social media and username part is done, I will quickly pivot off to data broker websites. Now with data broker websites, you need to know something additional to the name. So if I know the person's name, so again, let's pick on myself, Mishal Khan, and I need to know something else, like a city, maybe a phone number, an address. So let's pick on city. Let's just say Los Angeles. And I would start my search here abroad and give me actually one result. So that's pretty good. This is not me, just if you're wondering. So Long Beach, California, now I have an address. So if you know a little bit about the person, you'll start guessing if this really is your target or not, based on maybe the address, based on a phone number that you may have had, or maybe you had the last 2 digits of a phone number, and now you can start correlating and say, oh, that's the phone number. Maybe you did a password reset or new partial phone numbers for your target or person of interest. I would continue going further with other people search websites like cyber background checks. In this one, you will get very similar results, and you'll get slightly different variations of this. So you may get an email address here, whereas you may not have gotten an email address in the previous one, or you may get other relatives associated here who you can then search on Facebook or LinkedIn to figure out if they're somehow connected. But I would try multiple ones. I would pivot off to truepeoplesearch.com and maybe try a phone number there. Let's try it, 909-867-5309, and solve their CAPTCHAs. So if it's a phone number that you had, you can start with a phone number and end up with multiple names or areas, or maybe someone related to them you recognize her, and you can start clicking around there. So True People Search is a good one, and White Pages is a very popular website as well. You can do similar searches there, phone number, person's name, or an address. And also I would go to cyberbackgroundchecks.com. So a couple of websites there, they're very similar, but it's best to check multiple sources of information, because when you're struggling, when you don't have time, when you're in a time crunch, you have to go through multiple sources so that you have a better chance of finding your target. Once I've done a few minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes spent on some of these data broker websites, then I'm going to start reverse image searching some of my targets here. So I would go to either PimEyes for facial recognition type of searches, or Lenzo AI, drag the image here. But let's go back to Google and pick on an image here. So let's say, let's pick on my image here. So let's say this is the image I want to reverse search. I would actually right click on this, and I have a plugin in Firefox called Search by Image, and it'll automatically search through multiple search engine. So what I would do is I would first take this tab out of my window and keep it in a separate window, and then right click on my face here and then do search by image and just click on all search engines. When I do that, notice how many tabs it opens up on the top. Quite a few. So I didn't want to mess up these tabs with my previous tabs, so I just open it in a new window. Now it's searching through different websites, and I could have manually done that, but one click saved me about 30 seconds or so. So every second saved is beneficial for me. So Google search, I'll look through the results here. I can go to the next one, which is lenzo.ai, and this one gives me similar ones. Here it gives me duplicates, and now I can see where was this image used. So this one, for example, is a slightly bigger version of this. Where was this used? I can't really tell. Sometimes you can just right click, inspect, and look at the code here. It says locked. That's a class there. Let's delete that class, enter, and it says ISMG Studio, so I can then start clicking through. It asks me to pay. You can subscribe to this, but sometimes you can just Google this again with site : and then this website that you see here. And similarly, you can go to the rest of the tabs. Bing gave some search results, not even close. Yandex gave a few. Again, none of them are this one. Baidu had some results, not close. TinEye had 0 matches. It's not royalty free, so Getty Images had nothing. PimEyes, sometimes it fails, so you have to drag and drop this individually. But this is how I would kind of go through this one by one. So once I'm done with all of these, I have a pretty good idea about my target based on social media, smart Google searches, data brokers, images, phone numbers, and using this information, I can create a very quick snapshot of my target. Hopefully this should give you a good idea on how to create a very quick snapshot of your target. Thank you for watching.